What is going on, guys? Organized Chaos back with another video for you on the Elden Ring nomadic cookbooks. We are going to be working on number 17 with soap, oil pot, and the roped oil pot. Now, for the soap, which is an excellent item that I honestly think is kind of underplayed in the game. We are going to be heading on over into the Siofra River, and you can come right over here to the Mistwood outskirts, head on southeast, and take the longest elevator on down. And honestly, it's not even that long. I think it takes maybe 20-30 seconds. Seems like it takes forever though. But once you're down here, we're going to collect up the melted mushrooms. Now you can find a small handful of them in here. Grab the dew-kissed herba if you need it. We're not looking for that in this video. And honestly, I don't really need it at all. But you're just going to run through here. And yes, you can have your summon, but these guys are pretty slow. They're not going to cause a whole lot of damage. So, I mean, if you get grouped up on, that's a different story. But just run through here and just grab all of the melted mushrooms. You can follow my path if you want. We're just kind of running around, grabbing up the items that we need. So much dew-kissed herba. So it's really kind of hard to tell. But we're going to take these guys out so they're not a bother. And yes, I am using the final weapon of the game. So just run through here and it'll be right around in these trees. So grab a couple of the melted mushrooms. Run over this way. There's some. Got a little bit more over here. And then over in this bush here. Now, I love this stuff. Especially if you are caught in something like rot, poison, whatever. I'm going to show you this just real quick. Just so that way you can have an idea of what this stuff actually does. Because it's something that I really like, and you know, grabbing the melted mushroom, I mean, it costs 2 to make the soap, 1 for the oil pot and 1 for the roped oil pot. So I mean, if you're down here collecting the dew-kissed herba, grabbing the melted mushrooms, grab it up, craft up some soap. It's really gonna come in handy because of the fact we already have it equipped. But like down here, this is all poison. So if I'm gonna roll on this, you can see it's getting all over me. So we've rolled in it a few times. And you can see it's building up, but if I use the soap, cleans everything. I got clean armor, and it's dropping down. So it's not continuously building up. It really works well on, you know, everything. I mean, if you got, you know, blood stains or whatever on your armor, it'll clean that right off. If you're rolling around in rot by accident, that'll clean it right off, and it'll stop the buildup. So from here, we are looking at the empty cracked pots. those you cannot farm at all anywhere in the game. You're just going to have to buy them from merchants or find them throughout the lands between. I know Kale sells a couple, but if you have them and you use, say like I come through here and I build, craft up a fire pot. Well, I've got 18 of 19. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft it up. Once I use it, that cracked pot now becomes an empty cracked pot again and goes back into your inventory. So you don't actually lose these, which is really nice. And the oil pot here, one melted mushroom. You've already got the empty pot, so works really nice. And then the roped one, head on over to the demi-human ruins. Start over here and then jump down the bridge, cross the bridge, and then head on over to here. Kill a bunch of demi-humans. They do have a drop rate that's pretty low, but you will get string. Otherwise, once you beat this area here, Fort Hyatt, you can come back over to here after Kenneth is there, and there'll be nothing but demi-humans. So you can just take them out, they'll drop the string. So that's going to be it for number 17. Now, as far as number 18 is concerned, we are looking at the golden roa, sliver of meat, budding horn, and the butterfly. The golden roa you are going to find way up north. And if you start right here at the outer phantom wall tree, and I'm just going to show you this super quick just because you can get like right around 20 depending on how difficult you're looking. If you're running around on a horse, and you're full speed, probably not going to get as many, but there is a bunch that is in this area. So what you're going to do is you're going to start from here and then jump on your horse. And this is the only spot you're going to be able to find the golden roa, as well as the altus blooms. So just run through here, start at one end, and work your way on back. And there's going to be a ton of the golden roa. Now we are going to cover a little bit of book 19 in this as well, because there is an ingredient. I mean, we're collecting it right now for book number 19, and that is going to be the sweet raisin, which you can use the golden roa to craft, which will feed Torrent. So just run through this area and then run back on down. But once you have enough, you can craft up as well the sweet raisin. And if Torrent takes some damage, gets hit by a troll, you fall off a high enough cliff and he takes a little bit of damage, you take a little bit of damage, you can feed him the sweet raisin, and that will greatly restore that. So that's going to be for book 19. Book 18 is what we're working on, so the dappled cured white meat. We need the golden roa, sliver of meat, budding horn, and the nascent butterfly. So we've got the golden roa. We've talked about the sliver of meat. You can head back on over down here to the isolated merchant shack in the Weeping Peninsula. There's going to be 3 groups of goats that you can kill. You can also get the lumps of flesh, I believe, slivers of meat, as well as the thin beast bones. The budding horn, we are actually going to come up to here at the War Master shack. Do not come here at night, unless you've already killed the night bird, death bird. But in another video, we did show you how to cheese those guys. Spoiler alert, use holy. We also showed you how to get that. And in here, into here, there will be a ball bearing hunter. That he's a tough cookie. I mean, he'll get you if you're not careful. But just head on over right here. Just headed east. And then there's going to be 4 of these guys. They like to buck up and attack. And you can just sit and farm these guys. We got the beast liver, sliver of meat, then beast bones. They will drop the budding horns. So you can sit, you can farm those guys. You can sit and farm the trolls if you'd like. This is also a spot where we came, so you can grab your rune fragments as well as your sanctuary stones. So that's going to be this spot right here on the map. Let's get a little bit closer. Right in here. And then if you do come here at night, there is a death bird. Showed you how to cheese him. And if you come right over to here, their Church America, and come up into right around in this area, there will be one of those scarab looking things, which will drop Sacred Blade. You can put that, it's an Ash of War, and you can put that on any of your non-special weapons, like your Bloodhound's Fang here. I can't put an Ash of War on that because it already has Bloodhound's Finesse. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it on a weapon like this. I put it on the Sacred Nagakiba. And you can sit and throw it at the Deathbird, take him out real easy. Next we are looking at the strip of white flesh. Now, we've talked a couple of different places about where that could be. Best place is going to be coming to Summon Water Village outskirts. And if you come into here, there we go. And just head on. You can also use Holy on the Mariners as well, because they are those who live in death or whatever. Come on over to here. And these turtles will actually drop strips of white flesh as well as the turtle neck meat. So come on in. Put our lantern on. There we go, strip of white flesh. Now we talked about this place before to get the turtle neck meat. There is 6 turtles down here. The turtle talisman is right back over into there. And then there's 2 turtles that are up here. I do believe they have a 25% drop on the strip of white flesh. If you are further in the game, you can come over here to East Capitol Rampart. And from here, you can run through. And these guys will also drop strips of white flesh. This also happens to be one of my personal favorite rune farming areas as well. And it's just because of convenience. Like if you haven't done Vari, the whole quest line for him, you can run through and kill these guys off, get their weapon, and get the strips of white flesh. There is a bunch of them. There's a nice gargoyle down there that we can also take out. Take him out real quick, and he drops a good amount of runes as well. I mean, right there, 13, 120, or 195. So if you just go through, you kill these guys, they will drop the strips of white flesh. I prefer the turtles just because it's convenient. So from there, we have book number 18 done, part of 19 done, so I might as well just jump into 19 as well. The Erdleaf flower, that we can collect down here over into Jarburg. There is a few of them down in there. The smoldering butterflies, those you can find all over the place, but there is going to be one spot, and that is going to be right over here. Well, let's just jump right into Gatefront. Now, typically around like these little campfires and stuff like that is where you'll find the butterflies, smoldering butterflies anyway. You can see it's sitting right up here on top of this. But if you do end up needing a bunch of them, you can head on over up into here if you are in the Atlas Plateau already. If you're not, I'll show you one other spot that's right by the War Master shack that you can get some of these. There's always going to be a bunch right by those lava slugs. So wherever you find those, there's going to be a bunch of them. So right here where we were grabbing the golden roa, there's going to be some of the lava slugs that are going to be right up in this area. Just head north. You can see one of the lava slugs there. There's a couple more. Just run through, and they always have the smoldering butterflies all around them. I tend not to take out the slugs just because of the simple fact that they'll just... They're really not worth a whole lot. Another place you can find a good amount of them is going to be over in the Volcano Manor, which we will be getting next in number 20. And then the Sanctuary Stones we had already covered down over here in the by the War Master Shack. Right on this little pillar right over here. But if you're not that far into getting up into the Atlas Plateau as of yet, you're looking for the Smoldering Butterflies. So from here, you want to head north and just follow the path. Pick up everything that you can along the way. Northwest. And then right in here, there's going to be more of these lava slugs. That you can run through, grab that, and then just bolt. Careful of the wolves, they will end up teaming up on you, and then just head back on over to the War Master Shack, rest, and repeat. So from there, we are going to see you guys in the next one. And from there, we are going to start in the Volcano Manor. So I will see you guys in the next one.